I thought that race was gonna be good. But then the last few laps happened. Oh my god. Like... I mean, first-time winners are fine and all. Like, I don't care that... Like, I sort of care that Bell won. Because now everybody's gonna think that Reddick sucks because of it. Like... I honestly thought there was a pretty good chance that Christopher Bell would get his first win before Tyler Reddick. And honestly, I was hoping that wasn't gonna happen. But oh my god. Like, literally all of the cars that Christopher Bell could have, like, competed against, really, all they did was just wreck each other. They just wrecked themselves or each other. Like, first, Chase Elliott got turned around by Denny Hamlin, of all people. Oh yeah, that definitely could not have... I'm sure they could have avoided that. Like, he probably would have lost a couple spots because of it, but at least he would have been back up in the running instead of being taken out of the race. And then, Truex spun, like, in front of the entire field. But everybody drove away from that, but they still threw the caution for some reason. Like, seriously, what was the caution for? Was it for LaJoy? Was it for the damage LaJoy had? And the fact that he was going really slow? Oh yeah, I could understand that. But then, when Kyle Busch spins in front of the entire field on the front stretch and is going the exact same speed as LaJoy was, oh yeah, there's zero reasons to throw a caution then. I swear, if the caution was thrown for Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson probably would have won that race. Oh, but no, they just had to have him just wreck himself. Like, seriously, what was that? Why did they not throw the caution? Both for him and for Chase Briscoe, who had his hood up. Like, right in front of the windshield, and there was, or William Byron, with, like, 2 laps to go, his car was, like, super slow on the apron, and a bunch of sparks were coming off of it. How come they couldn't have thrown the caution then? I swear to God, the caution should have come out for Kyle Busch. I don't know why they didn't throw the caution for Kyle Busch. He had a tire go down and, like, on the front straightaway, and his car was like he was about to wreck Chris Buescher. He was about to wreck Chris Buescher, and then he spun out in front of, like, 20 other cars. And they didn't throw the caution for it, but Corey LaJoy, who was off... But Corey LaJoy, who was off the pace because he had damage, like after getting into the grass a little bit. Oh yeah, they had to throw a caution then. They just had to. They just had to throw the caution for Corey LaJoy, but not throw the caution for Kyle Busch spinning in front of the entire field. Are you kidding me? Like, are you freaking kidding me? Was there any reason to not throw the caution there? He was going the exact same speed that LaJoy was when you threw the caution for him. So why not throw the caution for Kyle Busch so that we get another restart? I swear to God. They just had to give him the win because he's got so many fans. Like, really, the only reason he has so many fans is because of all the dirt fans. Like, I have nothing against the dirt fans, but he was handed that win. Like, he was handed it. Logano, who's one of the best drivers at holding people up, didn't do anything to hold him up. He just let him drive by. Christopher Bell's like undeserving driver here. Like, I know I'm gonna get so much hate for this. And I know everybody's gonna say, oh, this was the exact same way you reacted to Byron winning. Well, I got over Byron's win. At least Byron actually led a whole bunch of laps in that race. Christopher Bell had like 3 laps. And the most dominant drivers of the day finished back in like 8th. Seriously? Why? If the caution came out for Kyle Busch, I don't think Christopher Bell would have won this race. But no, you just gotta hand him a win because he's a first-time winner and everybody likes him for some reason. I really don't get how everybody likes this guy. Like, I know people say the same thing about Chase Elliott, but at least he's actually good at the races that he's running in instead of having the guys in front of you move out of the way pretty much and hand you a victory. And honestly, I'm really hoping that Tyler Reddick wins at Homestead next week. Because if he does, then if Tyler Reddick wins at Homestead next week, people are gonna actually, like, think that he's a good driver. Like, they're gonna probably say that the other 2 guys are so much better than him, and Reddick's gonna be out of a ride and, like, forced to drive for, like, front row next year because of these people. Are you kidding me? Christopher Bell's probably gonna have 2 wins this year. Because people are gonna hand it to him at Bristol. Like, I thought that this race was gonna be pretty good. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for the Truex thing, then that would have saved this race. If Truex didn't do that stupid thing where he spun out, if Truex didn't spin out, that probably would have saved the race. But no, he just had to. I mean, I guess it wasn't his fault, like, but if that didn't happen, he probably would have won the race. But no, we have to have Christopher Bell win because everybody likes him and he's so talented. I mean, and I know you're probably gonna say that Cole Custer, like, only won with that, but at least he actually made a daring move for the win. Like, even veterans don't make that kind of moves. Even veterans don't make those kinds of moves. If Reddick doesn't win this year, he's gonna get so much hate for it. Because everybody's gonna think that he was given a ride at Richard Childress Racing. Everyone's gonna think that. Watch, I'm calling it now. They're gonna think he's like the next Austin Dillon or something. Even though he has 2 Xfinity Series championships that he deserved. wow. I mean, what else can I really say? Like, even if that race just went green to the end, with Chase Elliott winning, at least Chase Elliott would have won. At least Chase Elliott would have won instead of having him... Instead of having this piece of crap win. And everybody's gonna think... If Reddick doesn't win next week, everyone's gonna think he's a terrible driver. Because he doesn't have a win in the first 2 seasons like both of the other guys do. Even though he won before Cole Custer in the Xfinity Series, and Christopher Bell. He won before both of them, I'm pretty sure. And he has more Xfinity Series championships than both of them. Christopher Bell is so overrated. He's like the only one in that rookie class that I don't like. Because, like, you noticed, last year everybody thought he was going to do so well even though he was in the worst equipment. And look where that ended up. Gets handed a ride at Joe Gibbs this year. Because Eric Jones doesn't have multiple wins in all of his seasons at Joe Gibbs. Now Christopher Bell's going to get multiple wins in his first year. Probably both of them being handed to him. Like, seriously, Logano. You couldn't have held him up at all. Honestly, those last few laps ruined the race for me. And also, Kyle Larson, what the heck was that? Why did you go so far down into the corner? Like, you were the only other guy at this point that could have taken Christopher Bell. And you're gonna just wreck yourself? I don't like Christopher Bell. I just don't like him at all. And everybody's gonna say this race was great because he won. Eric Jones. I know he wasn't really that good last year. But he could have gotten another chance. Why couldn't he have gotten another chance at Gibbs? Like, why? Like, he could have... Like, I'm sure Jones would have done a lot better this year if he was at Joe Gibbs Racing. I really hope that Reddick wins next week. If Reddick wins next week, then I'll probably forget about all of this. But, you know, Denny Hamlin's in the field, and he's going to dominate that entire race, leading, like, 3/4 of the race. Probably more. And everybody's gonna think that Reddick sucks, because he's the only one of the big 3 in the Xfinity Series from a couple of years ago that doesn't have a cup win yet. Even though he probably should have a cup win. Like, at Phoenix last year, he could have definitely won. Like at Phoenix last year, he was running in the top 5 the entire race. But then, of course, a tire had to go down and he was out. And I know everybody's gonna hate me for making this video. But I just don't get how everybody likes Christopher Bell. And I know people are probably gonna say that it was this, that's how Elliott is. And that he's totally underrated and everybody just loves him. For no reason. Even though the person that I think of for people like being loved for absolutely no reason is this guy. He was given that win. The other drivers gave it to him. I hate him. I don't like him at all. Like, at least Eric Jones was decent. I don't like Christopher Bell. Like, why was Eric Jones just taken out of a ride? He was forced out of there. He was literally forced out of a ride because he didn't have like 3 wins in every season that he was in. Now Bell's probably going to be at this team for 20 years. I just hate it. I hate him. Like, congratulations, Christopher Bell. You gave me... Congratulations, Joe Gibbs. You gave me another driver to hate on your team. I'm not gonna just sit here and complain anymore. See you later, everybody.